Yo, what's up everybody, it's your name, and let me tell you, I just got back from this crazy adventure down in Georgia, and my mind is still blown. We're talking mountains that disappear into the clouds, streets paved with history, and food that'll make you want to slap your mama. But in a good way. We're about to dive headfirst into 12 spots in Georgia that'll have you ditching that boring itinerary and booking a one-way ticket. We're talking hidden gems, bucket list must-dos, and everything in between. This ain't your grandma's travel guide, people. So, hit that subscribe button because things are about to get wild. Imagine standing atop a mountain where autumn leaves blaze like fire, strolling through streets where history whispers from every brick, or tasting flavors that redefine Southern hospitality. Welcome to Georgia, where every corner holds a story. Ready to explore? First up, we're hitting Atlanta, the beating heart of the Peach State. Now I know what you're thinking, traffic, concrete, big city vibes, and yeah, Atlanta's got all that. But trust me, there's a soul to this city that'll sneak up on you. World-class museums, street art, and rich history. And the food scene? Forget about it. Michelin-star restaurants next to barbecue joints. Don't miss the Georgia Aquarium. 10 million gallons of water, sharks, and mesmerizing jellyfish. Book the Sleep Under the Waves experience. It's like spending the night in another dimension. And tap into Atlanta's history. The Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park is a must-see. Next up, we're slowing things down and heading to Savannah, Georgia's oldest city. Imagine this. Cobblestone streets shaded by moss-draped oaks, horse-drawn carriages, and antebellum architecture that'll transport you back in time. Savannah is a city best explored on foot, with a sweet tea in hand, of course. Get lost in the historic district's squares, each one a little green oasis with its own story to tell. And don't even get me started on the food. We're talking shrimp and grits that'll make you want to sing, and pralines so good they'll make you want to slap somebody. Again, in a good way. But Savannah's not just about pretty facades and delicious treats. It's got a soul, a certain magic, that's hard to put into words. Maybe it's the sound of a blues guitar drifting through the air, or the way the sunlight filters through the Spanish moss. Alright folks, we're trading in those cobblestone streets for some good old-fashioned mountain trails. That's right, we're heading to the North Georgia mountains where the air is fresh, the views are epic, and adventure is always calling. We're talking about hiking trails that wind through lush forests, waterfalls cascading down granite cliffs, and panoramic views that'll make you feel like you're on top of the world. Now if you're looking for a challenge, lace up those hiking boots and hit the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, you heard me right, that Appalachian Trail. It runs right through these mountains, offering up some of the most stunning scenery in the entire state. And trust me, the views from the top are worth every step. Alright, let's be real, when you think of Georgia, you probably don't think of beaches. But let me tell you, the Georgia coast is a hidden gem. I'm talking pristine beaches, charming coastal towns, and a laid-back vibe that'll have you instantly hitting that relax button. First up, we're heading to Tybee Island, a quintessential southern beach town just a stone's throw from Savannah. We're talking about wide, sandy beaches, perfect for sunbathing, swimming, or just building sandcastles like you're a kid again. And the sunsets? Don't even get me started. We're talking about those kind of sunsets that'll have you reaching for your camera and then just putting it down and soaking it all in. Now if you're looking for something a little more off the beaten path, hop on a ferry to Cumberland Island. Okay, we've covered the big hitters, but now it's time to get off the beaten path and explore some of Georgia's hidden gems. Trust me, these are the places that'll make your trip truly unforgettable. First up, we're heading to Providence Canyon State Park, also known as Georgia's Little Grand Canyon. Yeah, you heard me right, Georgia's got its own mini Grand Canyon, and it's pretty darn impressive. We're talking about massive canyons carved out by erosion, with these vibrant orange, red, and purple hues that'll have you feeling like you've stepped onto another planet. Next, we're venturing into the mysterious Okefenokee Swamp, a 438,000-acre wilderness that's home to alligators, black bears, and all sorts of other critters. Now you can explore the swamp by kayak or canoe, or if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even take a guided boat tour. Just watch out for those gators. Alright guys, remember that epic aquarium in Atlanta I mentioned earlier? Yeah, it's so cool, it deserves its own chapter. Get ready to dive into the Georgia Aquarium, home to over 10 million gallons of water and thousands of incredible marine animals. I'm talking about walking through a tunnel while whale sharks, the biggest fish in the sea, glide right over your head. It's an experience that'll make you feel like you're in a real-life episode of Planet Earth. But the Georgia Aquarium isn't just about the big guys. They've got everything from playful dolphins and graceful beluga whales to mesmerizing jellyfish, and those creepy crawly Japanese spider crabs that'll have you both fascinated and slightly terrified. And if you really want to up the ante, spend the night at the aquarium. Yeah, you heard me right. With the Sleep Under the Waves experience, you can sleep next to the whale sharks and wake up to the underwater world. Chapter 7. Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park. Walk in the footsteps of a legend. No trip to Atlanta is complete without visiting the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park. Walk through Dr. King's childhood home and Ebenezer Baptist Church. Reflect at the Eternal Flame and visit the Freedom Road exhibit. It's a powerful reminder of equality, justice, and Dr. King's legacy. Chapter 8. Piedmont Park. Atlanta's urban oasis. Okay, so you've been exploring museums, soaking up history, and now you need a little fresh air. Head over to Piedmont Park, Atlanta's answer to Central Park. This sprawling green space is the perfect place to relax, recharge, and soak up some of that southern sunshine. We're talking about over 180 acres of green space right in the heart of the city. You can rent a bike and cruise along the paved trails, pack a picnic and find a shady spot under a tree, or just lay out on the grass and watch the clouds go by. And if you're feeling a little more active, Piedmont Park has got you covered. There are tennis courts, basketball courts, a running track, and even a public swimming pool. Chapter 9. Savannah's Historic District, A Journey Through Time. Alright, let's head back to Savannah and dive deeper into the heart of its history and charm, the Historic District. This place is like stepping back in time with its cobblestone streets, antebellum architecture, and those iconic squares draped in Spanish moss. The Historic District is made up of 22 squares, each one unique and full of stories. Take a stroll through Chippewa Square, where Forrest Gump famously sat on a bench and shared his box of chocolates. Or wander through Lafayette Square, home to the hauntingly beautiful Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. And speaking of hauntingly beautiful, no trip to Savannah's Historic District is complete without a visit to Mercer Williams' house. This grand old mansion was the setting for the true crime novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and it's said to be one of the most haunted places in Savannah. Alright, I know what you're thinking. A cemetery? Seriously? But trust me on this one, folks. Bonaventure Cemetery isn't your average graveyard. It's a serene and hauntingly beautiful place where history, art, and nature collide. Located on a bluff overlooking the Wilmington River, Bonaventure Cemetery has been a final resting place for Savannahians for centuries. But it's more than just a collection of graves. It's a testament to the city's rich history, and a showcase for some truly incredible sculpture and artistry. As you wander through the cemetery's winding paths, you'll encounter towering obelisks, intricate mausoleums, and lifelike statues, each one telling a story about the person laid to rest there. There are graves of poets and pirates, soldiers and socialites, each one a piece in the tapestry of Savannah's past. Alright guys, we're switching gears again and heading to a town that'll make you feel like you've been transported to the Bavarian Alps. That's right, we're talking about Helen, Georgia, a little slice of Germany nestled in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Picture this. Cobblestone streets lined with shops selling cuckoo clocks and traditional German clothing, the aroma of bratwurst and pretzels filling the air, and the sound of Oompa music echoing through the mountains. That's Helen, Georgia in a nutshell. Now I know what you're thinking. A fake German town in the middle of Georgia, really? But trust me on this one, folks. Helen is cheesy, it's touristy, but it's also a whole lot of fun. It's the perfect place to embrace your inner child, indulge in some delicious German food, and maybe even down a stein or two of beer. And while you're in Helen, you gotta experience the town's biggest event, Oktoberfest. Alright adventurers, get ready to experience one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in the southeast Tallulah Gorge. Carved out by the Tallulah River over millions of years, this gorge is a mile long, 2 miles deep, and filled with breathtaking views, cascading waterfalls, and heart-pumping adventure. Now, before you head out to Tallulah Gorge, you need to know that this isn't a walk in the park. To experience the best of what this gorge has to offer, you're going to need to work for it. But trust me, the views from the bottom are worth every drop of sweat. To access the gorge floor, you'll need to snag one of the limited permits issued daily. Yeah, you heard me right. They only allow 100 people down there each day, so plan ahead and get your permit online before you go. Once you're in the gorge, get ready to be amazed. Georgia on my mind long after you've left. From Atlanta to Savannah, Blue Ridge Mountains to the Atlantic, Georgia has it all. It's the people, the food, the music, the vibe, a heart as big as its peaches, the Peach State charm. What are your favorite spots? Let me know below. Subscribe for more adventures. Until next time, keep exploring. Adventure tastes like peach tea. Smash that subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video. Next week, New Orleans Jazz Secrets.